All righty, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good morning. And it's your boy Day coming back at you live, and it is a happy, wonderful Wednesday. It is July 31st, our last shooting day of the month. So let's get started here. We got the S&P 500 and NASDAQ Composite move lower on Tuesday as the rotation out of mega cap technology stocks continues. The broad market index fell around 0.6%. And the NASDAQ declined even more at 1.2%. On the other hand, the Dow Jones Industrial Average saw gains, closing the session out 0.3% higher. This comes amid a strong earnings season so far, with around 80% of the 230 S&P 500 companies that have already posted results beating expectations per FactSet data, according to Mona Mahajan, Edward Jones, principal and senior investment strategist. Earnings growth is broadening. We do think that with tech earnings, the bar is high. If we get any whiffs of a cooling in AI spending, we could see the stocks pull back a bit, but we have already gone through a decent correction. All right, getting into our watch list this morning, we got, why don't we go start off with LSH here. This is the top third gainer this morning. Stocks up about 60%. And LSH actually now the number one gainer, guys. So this just is going head to head with News and NCNC. So now from this 375 break, we hit 424. If you guys got back in at this 375, we are looking good here, back at $4 plus here. So stocks up 70%. This could be that 100% runner here, watching for that additional 30% once we get that $4 whole dollar shuffle. So looking good. Looking forward to that nice new high of the day. Now, as we are seeing LSH running on up, this company, let's dive into it real quick. This is obviously a low float, right? Under 10 million float is what we consider low float. This is a 1.8 million float, so very nice low float. USA industrial company, and we do have brand new press release here. It entered into logistics agreement with leading e-commerce platform. We have a brand new press release. It's a low flow, and just looking at the stock, this looks like a recent IPO. I mean, recent brand new stock, you know, back in June 28th is the only history that we have. So LSH making all-time highs for this company. Okay. Or is that, I need to double check. It's not all-time highs for this company, actually, because obviously 537 is. So 537 all-time high. That's a 52-week high. We'll see if we can get that going on up. That is, if we can get this $4, and I have a little bit of look at, if you look back at this line here, we got a little bit of 425 here as well. So if we can break 425, love to see that Maxi PT today going up towards $5. And you guys know the drill, $5 breaks, that leads to nice dollar run. So keeping a close eye on LSH, as it is our number one play and number one gainer at this time. Moving forward, we got NCNC on the watch list. This is now the current top third gainer. Stocks up 56%. And this is a micro penny stock. So let's take a look at NCNC here and see what is going on here this morning. We have a play for a 31-cent break. So we're waiting for the 31 cent to break. Right now, it's been making lower highs since the pre-market high here at 34 cents. And now it's at 23 cents. So looks like it's going to head down towards the 200 EMA. It looks like it already got a death cross. So currently bearish. Singapore Auto Part Company, 80 million float means that it is going to be a slower runner, high float. And we don't have any new news here this morning on NCNC that I see. All right. Just like there's an SF sign on the top gainer next to it. NCNC. That means it has an SEC filing. So that's about it. All right. And then moving forward here, I got NUZE, top second gainer, trading at $6.20. This is currently a top second gainer, up 67%. A little bit hair below the, looks like the VWAP. So pretty obvious that we're looking for that VWAP roll at the 643. I have a line there. So looking for that move. Right now, the stock is still at the golden cross, meaning the 10 EMA is still above the 50 EMA. It's just nice to see. Yeah, so I'd like to see that lower high kind of breaking out and get that VWAP roll. I'm going to put a line at 643 here. This would be my line that I want to see this candle break. And then we got that potential run back up to its pre-market high, 687. And there's LSH, by the way, our latest play, making new high today. But yeah, real quick, NUZE, this company is also a low float at under 1 million. So it's a micro float, very, very low float. USA packaged food company. And with this one, I don't see any new news either. Okay. All right, we got about 3 minutes before market opens. Let's go ahead and finish down the watches. We got just MHUA and EDIL. So MHUA next. This was also a great trade of the morning. So far today, I've only traded 2 stocks, which is LSH and MHUA. All right, so MHUA, what was it? We got a nice breakout here at $1.30, and then we went all the way up to $2.26, and then it came all the way back down to where we started at 130. So we're gonna need to look for a rebreak of 130 if you're interested in MHUA running again. This is a Chinese healthcare company, 9.5 million float, so it is a low float, under 10 million, and they did have brand new press release. The company facilities world's second 5G remote robot assisted lobectomy. All right, so we have that PR headline this morning on MHUA. So we'll be watching for that 130 rebreak. Last but not least, I have ADIL. Okay, so let's pull that up real quick. Yeah. Okay, so ADIL, this one is currently trading at 107. So we can see here the candlesticks look malnourished, meaning we don't have a whole lot of volume here this morning on ADIL. But there will be a play if this stock breaks $1.20 later today, if it does, that is. So be on the lookout for more volume to come in, and then 120 breaks, we'll see how this runs on up. So that is all that we just cover on the watch list that I'm going to be personally looking for. My number one watch, obviously in play, is LSH. Right now, we just hit 435. At this time, it is making higher lows, right in the 10 EMA. I don't have any position. I've already sold out for now, personally. If you're still in, you're still riding this 10 EMA. I just want to be, we have still that 100% mark that could still hit. So watch for that. We just need to, obviously break this 436 line. Seems to be a little bit of resistance here. So definitely have some positions locked in. If you got in from 375, and then hold like some position and set a stop. This one, lowest EMA has gone down to 25 EMA. So that will be your hero EMA. If you're looking for a dip, that will be the EMA entry. Here we go. Market's going to open up here in 10 seconds. NQ futures today is looking good. Stock NQ's up 440 points today and running up nice higher lows and higher highs. But do keep in mind that could be that reversal candle in the first 5 minutes. Here we go. We got next line here, 19,440. But it's just watch this 14 EMA bubble indicator, just a little slightly extended. Just watch that first 5 minutes. Be careful. Okay, 435. Look at that big wick drop reversal, right? Just 19,390 to that's an instant 30-point drop. That's why it's always best to lock something in. Same thing here on LSH. Best to lock something in. Otherwise, you're going to get this profit giving all back. Best to lock in and then look for that new candle here because we're now testing near the 10 EMA and VWAP. So first minute candle, 20 seconds left on this. We got $4. Ideally, you want to see $4 hold. And the very last line will be 375 because that was our first entry line. Why would you want to see a stock going below your first entry play? At least that's my mindset, right? Unless you're, and then you can wait till it gets destroyed all the way back down to the 500 EMA, depending on which support is. Well, obviously the 25 EMA is just hair below the VWAP. So right now it's showing me at 377. By the time OP probably come out to 380. So it's about this same line here, 375. This is the area that you want to look for if you're a support buyer. So sell before market opens, most majority of it, set a stop, or you can, if you locked in, say, like 80% of your shares, you can always buy some back at a lower price again, or the same price that you got in. So just a better way to do things. Other than that, we have a couple stocks kind of looking pretty decent. You got ADIL and NUZE right now are my top other two on the side that I'm watching. Probably should put up NHUA here as well. NHUA. Like I said, I don't have any positions at this time. Watching this 25 EMA now testing. This could be a dip opportunity. You do not want to see that 25 EMA crack. Now, keep in mind, today is to be a slow day. So I am not effing around. Okay? I'm not going to screw around today because today's a Fed day. Anytime you have a Fed day, you have to expect slowness, and volume just might not be quite there. People are going to be more cautious. That's going to be happening at 2 p.m. today, folks. So throughout the day, people are going to be cautious. We already had the 8:15 and 8:30 ADP employment and employment cost index already out of the way. 9:45 in about 13 minutes, you have the PMI from the Chicago Business Barometer PMI. And then another one at 10 o'clock, which is pending home sales, which isn't that big of a deal, but just letting you know. And then 2 p.m. FOMC interest rate decision. And then at 2:30, as usual, you're going to have Fed Chair Jerome Powell speaking as he's going to hold a press conference. So very nice reversal here as what? Same thing, just like stocks. Up, 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 up. Most likely going to make one more high of the day and fade. The first 5 minutes is going to be a reversal back down 14 EMA or this line right here. Support at 19,325. So that would be your safe small scoop or whatever support line, and then set a stop. LSH, if you guys got back in at 375, look what's happening. That's the ideal re-entry level. If you missed that previous 375, that's okay. Use that as your re-entry support level with a tight stop, making sure that Heikin Ashi body does not crack below the 25 EMA. Okay, look at that beautiful bounce. Now we're coming on up. 475 is the uphold. So LSH 475 is the uphold. Now, why did I choose 375 as support? Yeah, you're probably thinking it's because that was our first play. Yes, but also, like I said, look for the first EMA dip. Look for the hero EMA. What does that mean, right? The hero EMA is, if you look in pre-market, which EMA has been the lowest point and has bounced the most. If you look back at 907, 25 EMA, in fact, even further, look how this thing started around 812 and it held 903, bounced again at 908, another one at 910, and then market opening dip at that 375, 25 EMA. So that's how I know that's a good area. Now, the only thing why I sold off here is because why? We've been hitting some resistance. We had 435 here again, another one here again, another one again. That's a triple, pretty much triple top. I mean, triple times that it did not break. So this right here, you also have to be very smart and lock something in before that 435, because this is, you don't know if it's going to make a higher high, because it's just been such a strong resistance. So, smart cookies locked in just 5 cents below that, and now it's making a lower low, made a new low of the day. That's not where you want to be at now. Now we need to move forward to some other stock, because this is looking like, if this body closes below 375, it's going to be done. They still have about 20 seconds to revive this. Okay, they're trying to revive it back above 375. Didn't close down yet. They got 10 seconds. That's why you got to look at the time. Okay, looks like body came back up. Overall, this line here at 19,325 line is holding. I didn't say anything just yet. I did mention NUZE. Okay, right now we're losing steam on LSH, so we need to start looking for a different stock. What is that next? NUZE. So I'm betting NUZE could be the next big runner now that we're having now what's going on. LSH is becoming 375 resistance here when it should be support. It's starting to create resistance potentially. There is another line I have at 354 just in case on LSH. So I'm gonna actually put it before NUZE. Right now, NUZE is breaking that 643 line. I already gave it to you before. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna put this line real quick on LSH, even though right now I don't want to see the 25 EMA crack, but there is one more wick that it could happen holding the 354 line here. So this is a very low flow, guys. So just be mindful of this LSH. It's going to be a little bit trickier for those that are not used to the quickness of these lower floats. NUZE looking good on the 643 breakout. We're halted up right now. Okay, so right now halt is 677. Okay, so like I said, I drew this line for you guys when we were going through the watch list. Why I said watch for that 643 break. This is going to lead to this pre-market high back up here. Again, this is all pre-planned. We don't just, market opens and then, hey, let's just throw the dice and let me see how this goes. No, we already pre-planned it before market opened, right? So now we need to make sure the candle freaking stays above 643. That needs to be our brand new home. NQ, bounce still. I mean, I want to see this 14 EMA curl up, not curl down. So this needs to, make a new high today in this candle. We got about 20 seconds. So that's not enough. And not only that, a little fat hint here, guys. The RSI, look how much it dropped down here. It was so overbought that it needed that big cool off too. So keep an eye on that area there. And then, you got, like I said, LSH. The reason why I put that 354 line is just that wick could come down. You see how the body never really cracked below 25 EMA? That's another beauty thing you gotta watch out for. You gotta create an additional line. I forgot to tell you about this line here, but 375, again, if you look at it, Higinashi body to not close below. It's a doji. Doji and a flat top, a flat green here now. We're starting to reverse back up. The only thing is we have a little bit of VWAP resistance right now here testing. So we got to get through VWAP. In the meantime, NUZE and LSH, top two gainers. And then the little sleeper, I'd say Sleeping Beauty could be Adil. It is on SSR. It just lacks a little bit of volume. Like I said earlier, when we were going through the watch list, we just need the volume come in, get the VWAP roll, 120 candle break, and Adil has potential for a nice run up. Okay, there's that new high today. This candle needed to make a new high of day, and there it is, looking good. Now you got about still plenty of time. You got 4 minutes on this one, 3 minutes, 50 seconds now. So this one overall relatively closed up, and then 14 EMA curled up. Look for little blues clues, guys. Your job as a trader is constantly talk to yourself, and you don't have to talk out loud like me, but it's helpful when you're like, okay, like step by step, what's going on? What do you see? 14 EMA curled up. That's bullish. It's above all indicators. That's bullish. Overall trend has been bullish. We just needed that dip at the reversal of market opening. Bought it. Bought that dip. Back on up. New high of the day. What's the next line? Okay, we got a 19.4. 38 line, step by step. No need to be freaking out like, you know, headless chickens and being like, oh my gosh, I don't know what's going on. Let me just sell out now here, right? So just have a plan the trade and trade the plan. So we are coming up a little bit there. That's a good selling point soon, right? Just by looking at these upper trend lines here. A little bit of this tough area here where traders are going to try to sell off. Now, if we could break through this, then we got this line here and then up towards the deviation 2 line. Up very nicely today on NQ after having some beating the other day. So when is NUZ gonna get unhalted, guys? It's gonna get unhalted at 9:42:09 or 9:43:09. So 9:43:09. So we got about 30 seconds. That's right. No, you beat me to it, Scott.
All right.
All right, NUZE, we are looking great. 719 up, Paul. $7.45, excuse me now. They raised it up. We pretty much hit that 100% mark, I think. We just now, real quick. And now we're at 88. See if we can break above 100% mark because 745 is the uphold. I want to see if they raise that again as we get higher. We established the $7 support right now. 7 is a little bit of resistance. Not only that, the actual support line we need to build is this pre-market high at 688. So we're holding above that right now at the moment. 688 PM high now. So we got wicks into that line right now, as you can see, right? Look at that wick. So now what you need to do is initially take that profit and then wait for the next setup at the support at 688. Does that make sense? Right now it's wicks into 688. I'm always giving options for those that may have missed it, and if there's any new re-entries. Now you can look for a 687, obviously not as great as 643, but it is what it is. So 688, if we want to keep it up, they move it up to 756 uphold now. So it's a low float. It can easily move up more. My max PTF for this one right now is $8, 756 uphold for now. But we got to build 688 PM high as support now. Still green candlesticks in the Higanashi above 10 EMA, VWAP looking good, higher lows. And, you know, if it does pull back down 10 EMA, look for the 10 EMA full flag. So right now, lower highs from the high of the S720. And we just need to set up that nice breakout here. What is this line? Oh, yeah, this line was that earlier. Now it's got to be a little bit tough here. Starting to wedge out, so it's starting to make lower highs. We'll see. No. We got a little bit of a 14 may still hold in pink deadline resistance still. $7 once again, 680 at support. We got to close here in the next. You got still 50 seconds on this. This is the area we got to push, though. This is the area we got to push. Got to make a new high of day. Come on, NUZ, call it, Holly, call it. Got to make a new high of day. We don't want to see 720 as a top. We need to make a double, not double top. We need to break through that. We got 20 seconds now. And that's okay. Even if we're still above 688, we can still got another chance on the next candle. We just need to close above 688. Ideally, break 720 now. 756 up pulse still, 10 seconds. New candle, good, above 688. Now we got one more shot at this, breaking out the high of the day and new high of the day. That's what we want to see, up 90%. Still 756 up halt, 720. Come on, 720, come on. If this 720 does not break, be ready to expect a pullback back down to 10 EMA and the VWAP back to the 665 line. We need to make a we cannot have this triple top here. We got 10 seconds now. So the quicker that you see these things, the quicker decisions you got to make. There's a first red candle pulling back down 10 EMA now. Like I said, this candle needs to break 720. Didn't. Got a triple top now. Pull back. It's not done yet. That's just pull back down to 10 EMA area. And we got to get the 688 hold. The 688 starts cracking. The last line I'm going to afford is this 665 line as a wick down there. With these volatile stocks, you need to be able to give a little bit of room, but not too much to the point where you're like, you know, getting wrecked. So body's still holding 10 EMA. Wick came down to the 10 EMA, bouncing up again. In fact, you got 13 seconds for this to actually close green still. 5 seconds. That's fine. 688 still gonna close above. New candle. That's good. We can make this one happen. Come on. We can break this. Come on now. 720 out of the way now. 764. They moved it up. 764. Looking great. New high of the day. $771 up, Paul. Okay. Yep. There's a new high of the day. 771 up, Paul. Just getting a little extended. I want to see initial sell into the 100% mark and then see if it's going to reclaim back at 100%. We got a double top at 769 at the moment. You got 40 seconds on this candle to make another high of the day. I got a line all the way up to 810. Just FYI, I have a line all the way up to 810 next. That's my old line there. So just FYI. Ideally, I want to see 8+ real quick. SXC. 791 up, Paul. This is fun, isn't it? It's fun. This is fun. This is fun. 791 up, Paul. Now we're testing 791. They moved it up. 801. 801. Here comes my max PT coming up. 801 up, Paul. Hopefully you're following along well. It's above all indicators. Above 10 EMA. Green, 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 green candlesticks. $8 coming up. So start locking some in just in case. I got 8 to 810. The reward. Now, if you're looking to get in now, you're kind of, you know, we're missing some couple of brain cells here. Come on now, 810's next resistance. So, you know, you have all this time to lock in. It's getting a little bit extended. It's good still for those that are still in to come up towards that last 8 to 810 level. 812 now up, Paul. Now, obviously, if A10 does break, yeah, I mean, it can go for more. I don't have any lines above A10, but I can go back and check. I just want to initially lock in this much first. It's a smart thing to do. Don't get greedy on today like FOMC day. Okay, you gotta keep reminding yourself. I'm here to remind you too, to make sure that you guys are locking something in. At the same time, don't sell it too prematurely, right? But I'd rather you guys do that, to be honest with you, right? Right? I'd rather you guys lock in early and get some kind of gain than, never locking in, never taking any gains, and then just go home with a fat hole in the pocket, and all you see is just red. So best to just lock something in, best to get into that habit. But like I said, right now, still higher lows. We got 20 seconds on this candle. It's looking like a little bit of doji forming here. So I would start taking a little pullback or, kind of really lean forward here, because that means that once this closes a doji, the next candle is going to be very, very crucial. 5 seconds, 820 uphold. So that's good. I mean, I like to see the uphold go higher, obviously, but this doji here is important. Again, this one could be another doji. Might need to make another candle, but let's see. Might probably have to test down one more time at 10 EMA, which right now 10 EMA is 729. So wick down to 729 just now. Bounce back up to 737. You see that quick bounce right there at the 10 EMA. Now it's the same thing again, like the other doji. 30 seconds to go for this to get back up. This needs to not crack the 10 EMA here. 30 seconds or 20 seconds. 828 up halt. That's another raise. About 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2, 1, and then 10 EMA still holding. Next candle. This is not looking as great here right now. This is testing 10 EMA again. This needs to balance here. Otherwise, starts cracking another lower low below that line. It's not going to be good. So it needs to hold a little bit of higher low here. That previous candle earlier, one more candle before, 722, right? Bounced off 722, just came down to 723. That's good, but we cannot get this lower. Let's make it lower now. So. All right, well, that's it. So like I said, it's best to go ahead and we hit $8. Okay, I mean, come on now, guys. That was the max PT on NUZ. So hopefully, I trust you guys locked in majority of your gains as we hit the max PT. So congrats, that was fun, right? Was that fun or not? Did you guys have fun on that? Anybody? Did you guys make some gains on this? You guys need to talk to me. What am I doing here for you? I'm here to serve you guys. Talk to me. Are you guys alive? Did you guys make a trade on that or what? Because I'm not just sitting here just doing nothing, guys. I'm trading these. So you need to talk to me. Like I'm literally trading these and hoping that you guys are like following along and seeing and making gains with me here. Come on now. Like even if you don't make $1,000, like make $50. I mean, take something home. Take something home. $50 gets you 2 dinner. Dinner for 2. Hopefully without drinks. Speaking of drinks, I am now 2 weeks sober. So I decided that I'm going to cut off all alcohol. As you may have seen on my post on social media. And I'm excited to go into my new journey here of going sober. So appreciate the prayers. I want to make sure that I get through this. Decided to go for a 90-day challenge. As sad as it sounds, I've never really gone beyond 2 weeks sober. So it feels pretty good to try to overcome a new challenge. So that's where it was at. But it obviously, anyways, NUZ needs to hold it down. Obviously, hopefully no one's in. Obviously, that was it. When I said that doji created here, right? That was a doji, and then what happened? I said this needs to start moving up. And then this is the final area. We cannot make lower low. Otherwise, it's going to keep following the same pattern, lower high and lower low, lower high, lower low. Making money is fun. It is. It's fun when you do well. Okay. A lot of people, they quit because they start losing. It's just like the same thing as video games. Right? Look at the people that play video games. Why do they keep playing? Because it's fun, because they're good at it. Most of them, at least. Some people still play even though they suck. And that's fine because they want to get better. But same thing with trading. Even though some of you may not be as great as where you want to be, that's fine. At least you're trying, and trying and effort is going to be what matters. And eventually, with enough effort, you're going to make some progress. It's all about progress, guys. It's okay if you take a setback, just bounce back up, and you're going to make progress. So, stay positive. Don't let the negatives turn you off to the point you're just like, I give up. The moment you say you give up, then that's it, guys. I could have said I give up many times on a lot of things. Like I said, I'm done. I give up. But you got to make some ways to make it work. You got to find ways. You can't just give it up and fold. After all these years, all this time and money you guys invested, you guys just gonna fold because you're in a little bit of a tough time, in a tough situation. We all go through tough times and tough situations. It's about how you react. How you gonna, own up to it, or you're gonna just disappear into the cave and crawl and just cry. That's not gonna solve anything. So, anyways, NUZ #1 gainer, great play. Back down to the sewers. Let me see here. We got this coming down to 25 actually. So NUZE, remember, we talked about how was it this one that was a hero EMA, 25 EMA? Let's double check. No, this was not the 25 EMA hero. This thing came all the way down to 500 EMA. So yeah, this thing's gonna don't try to catch a falling knife on this one. This is probably gonna go all the way back down to $6. Like, it's not, that the 200 right there is actually 500 EMA. So $6 is probably going to be where the sewer hole is. So if you ended up shorting this, which I'm not sure if you guys know, I don't really short anymore, but $6 is going to be where it's going to be the nice land hole. I only short on futures now. So, but great play on NUZ on the long side here. And then, looks like shorts came back in there. I just don't want to feel like a little rat coming in for a leftover anymore. LSH, great play there. Nice little pop to the 434. And then 375. But yeah, NQ is just easier to short too. You don't have to borrow shares. All these instruments, ES and Q. Nothing wrong with shorting small caps. Just, everyone has their time and their season and stuff. I'm not saying I'm never going to short again, but on the small caps, there's a time where you just need to incorporate more on the long strategy, maybe because you see more opportunities there and easier. And, short has been good for me in a season where I would stick around all day, afternoons, and seeing these penny stocks just, eventually most of them, they're going to go back down to, where they belong. So it makes sense to go long and then dump it and then, flip it short and then just see that thing going to the dumpster world. But I don't know, I think with the small caps, it's a little bit rough because there's people that are still bag holding, and it's like people are shouting and praising for their loss. I don't really want to be in that anymore. So, with futures, you don't really see that. I mean, there's no futures stock twists or anything. I see people like, there's too much chaos, too much drama with people. Oh, you're shorting. Why are you shorting? You're so evil. Why are you shorting such a great cancer company? That's not how day trading works. It's not about whether you support this company or that company is doing good. It's all, at the end of the day, there's a lot of manipulations, and you can't be naive in this game. At the end of the day, don't put your emotions onto this, because it's business, right? You can't let emotions get in the way in the business. So, all right, well, let's go down the list here. We got NCNC that has a long way to go for us to see a 31-cent breakout. Let me know when NUZE reverses, because right now I'm not touching that. Let's go all the way out. Let that thing drop another 50 cents before I care, because that would be actually a discount area. So I will say though, NUZE will be watching for the move all the way down to the what 500 on the one. Now, if there is no setups, you don't need to be an adrenaline junkie and try to force a trade. Just sit on your hands, look at the money that you just made, review it. Be like, wow, I made 500 bucks on this trade. If I was back at 9 to 5, it would take me 8 hours to get a $300 paycheck, et cetera, et cetera. Some of you may have, obviously, that's an average, but or whatever. I don't even know what the average is on these paychecks, but I remember back in the days, I would have to work at least 8 hours to make some sort of 200 to 300 bucks. Back when I was in college, I did summer jobs at a pest control company. Many of you guys know my story on that. Yeah, pest control. It sucked. It made me realize how much, you know, and then the owner made me. It was my summer job. I went to New Jersey. They gave me 20 something bucks an hour. It was actually pretty good money at the time. But I was terrible as a employee because I just at that time I wasn't not so good in terms of following directions from somebody. All right. Well, anyways, looks like NQ just hit up towards that upper trend line. It's another big resistance, so you do need to watch out because it's coming up to that upper trend line. All right, let me circle back here on some names. All right, so we got NCNC. Actually, LSH looks like it's trying to curl back up a little bit. There's a little slightly below VWAP. NCNC is coming up to 31 now. Now, guys, look at this. You always have to look at the chart. You can't just be like, well, there was a play for 31. Let's get in 31 now. No, right? Because you got to think about where it actually got to the lowest point to where it's going. It tested down 200 EMA. This was your golden opportunity to buy at the market opening. So you have to kind of understand going from 22 to coming up to 31, and you trying to buy into 31 is kind of risky, right? So with that being said, don't throw all your money into 31 here. You know, with this particular one now, you're going to need to what? Either go in small position or wait for that firm confirmation and then go in. Because most likely the guys that bought at the 22 cents, the guys and gals, they're going to be selling up towards this next resistance line. The breakout is all about breaking resistance. A lot of the newbies, a lot of the traders that are still amateur, they buy into and get faked out. That's the biggest thing with the breakout traders is distinguishing between fake outs and actually waiting for the confirmation. So that's another skill you need to have. It's called patience and waiting for that green light. A lot of folks just go in the same amount of position, just on every little play. Just as soon as you see that number go above that resistance, thinking is gonna. I mean, boy, would it be that easy? That would be everyone would be making money. Oh, all we need to do is just look at one more point higher than the resistance, and we're instantly gonna break out. I mean, heck, if that was true, that man, that would be so easy. Like it's guaranteed that it's gonna break out as soon as it breaks the resistance, guys. A lot of games and manipulations. You gotta learn to play properly. Otherwise, it wouldn't be fun. You know, it really would not be fun if it was that easy. Some of you guys are like, well, no, actually, it would be fun, Dave. It'd be nice to just keep making money every day, honestly. Yeah, I get it, but just put in more effort, okay? It'll be much more rewarding, guys, once you actually start figuring it out and start executing the way you want to. Now, that's gonna come with really high discipline. So work on those small things first, your inner self, like, you know, personal stuff is going on. You got to learn to cut things off and start fresh. And, you know, look at me, like I'm starting fresh on my new journey of alcohol. I'm going sober. You guys know me, you know, with this lifestyle with day trading, you know, click of a button, you make thousands of dollars. It's very easy to fall into that trap. And so, you know, after years of experiencing, I realized, you know, it's just not worth it. There's more there's more cons than pros at all. I mean, you're basically borrowing yesterday, you're actually borrowing tomorrow's happiness for a temporary today, you know. So it's just not worth it. All right, we're looking up again. Again, earlier we got a wick into it here, so you do need to watch out. It only has a minute and 40 seconds, so definitely a good idea to lock into this line and then wait for the next candle to see if it's going to open up higher above this, and then you can aim and use this as support and then go for that next resistance line. Here we go. So, you know, we got NCNC. I mean, it is trying at 31, but like I said, it's a wick for now. Wait for the confirmation. You got 44-cent up pulse, so it's got plenty of room for this to continue. So 2044 is the up halt. Wait for the confirmation, please. Okay. Do not just, again, if you feel confident, then throw some chips in by any means. But this 31 is the key area. We got 50 seconds now. 45 up halt. That looks good, up halt wise. That's good. 5, 4, 4, 5. See that? You see that? This is exactly what I mean. This is where the games happen. You need to wait for the 31 candle closing. Don't fall for these little wicks. Exactly what I'm talking about, these fake outs. And not only that, look how much it ran up. This is a good opportunity for the bulls to sell into, and the shorts are going to be attracted here. So shorts are going to not do so if we see this thing being able to close above 31, not being able to close 31. So that's a short area, sell area. Wait for the 31 to close. We got up 90% as well. Does that ring a bell with what was the other one? NUZE, right? Now, all these stocks like NUZE, LSH, MHUA, they're all below VWAP, which is the one that is not below VWAP, obviously NCNC. NCNC has a doji and a flat top red now, back down to 10 EMA. 10 EMA supports at 28. Needs to hold 28 and bounce, and then go for another one more shot at that 31, and then it's got potential for the PT to hit and more. Now, if you look at the daily chart here, go back and look at that back in March 25th. What was the high? There's a 34-cent line. What do you think I did for 33? Because I want to make sure everybody is able to lock in before 34 there. And the 34 breaks, hold the rest of the shares and go for more. And so this is all pre-planned out. If you didn't, if every trade, you have to know this. Every trade, you can't just figure out as you go by buying some shares and then figuring out, let me take a look at this chart now. How much can it go? You need to at least have some basic next levels of area of resistance and support before going in. Otherwise, emotions rush in and you start freaking out because you went in without a plan. Imagine doing a project, you know, a seminar, or like you gotta present in front of a crowd and you haven't done jack to prepare. You think you're gonna be confident up there? You're not, unless you're a natural, you know, natural speaker and you just kind of, you know, swing it. But that's not gonna happen most of the time. 45-cent up pulse still on NCNC, back down 28. This is the area it needs to hold. The candle starts closing below 28, it's done. Done as in it's gonna go. I'd rather buy all the way back down 200 EMA because it's been proven so many times that this is the support bounce. The demand is there, right? This is the golden prize that you want to wait for, the Black Friday sale, right? Okay, so as you can see, big rejection, you sell into it and big pullback down. NCNC, what happened? 28 cents support held, bouncing back up, wait for 31-cent candle break. You can see now clearly as day, resistance, rejection, sell off into 31, 1, 2, 3, 4, just gotta go soon, but once that does close, you should be good. You got 5 seconds for the next candle to happen. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you should see the next candle here in 1 second. There it is. Next candle, higher lows, new high of the day. Bada boom, bada bang. 45-cent up halt. The more you talk, and you don't have to talk out. Like I said, just keep talking to yourself and yourself. Give yourself more clues to take that bigger trade, or it's bullish. It's rolling off of 28. All right, 10 EMA back rolling, 31-cent back to 31 to 34. We got to watch out for the 34. Why? Back goes to that high back in March. Okay, we got to break now 34, build support. And then what? We got that continuation to 40 because up pulse all the way to 45. It's like chess. You got to think 5, 10 steps ahead, not just one step or not at all, nothing. Like a brainless monkey, chimpanzee, whatever, or baboon. All right, 31 now needs to become support. So 28 to 31 now. Makes sense? So that's called higher lows that we want to build higher support. 31 now support. Okay. As you know, 34, March high. 0.34, March high becomes sup, then 0.40s. Right now, stock is making higher lows and higher highs, which is, generally a good thing to see. You just need to get that 34 out of the way. You got a 46-cent up pull. RSI on NQ bending down.
Yes, GMRE. ALT, TPST, SNDR. ST1. USA.
Yeah, we got 15 minutes till the first hot hour comes to an end. Right now, still holding above 10 EMA on NCNC. We could look for a 10 EMA flag. If it does pull back down to that 28 again, or 31, excuse me, near that 10 EMA. It would be nice to see 34-cent March high break. That would be break and then support. And then this is gonna be a really juicy run.
Yes. TRI. HTL.
33 cents now. Let's bump it up. Stock's well above 100% right now, up 115%. 47-cent uphold. They're raising it up again. That's generally good to see. Just got to break this 44 now. See how that came down to the 10 EMA. Now we're setting up for a 10 EMA bull flag, and we need to hit another high of the day call out from Holly. And then 34. Come on now.
TST.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now we're talking here. Now we are talking. 36. Bring it, baby.
WTTR. TS19.
uh, 49-cent is the uphold now. 49-cent uphold. ACDC. Looks like NQ. Let's try again, but let's see if it's gonna start closing above that trend line and continue to bounce further. I think it's gonna start going back to the oversold territory or overbought territory again on this thing. This thing now is above the pink deadline, candles above it, so they're gonna try to go towards the next resistance line. Right now it's got good support. You got about 4 minutes still, and the next candle, if it opens above this trend line, it's gonna try to get up towards that next resistance line. So we'll see.
USA. Zap. USA.
Okay, NCNC getting a decent pullback down again. 31 is your support.
USA. FTR. Double. SNDR.
Okay, so 31 still holding very nicely, so it's still good. But again, 31-cent cracks, that's gonna be it.
Sorry. And double. ACD. EFCA. BRKR. REN, MNRO, MNRO. ZAP.
We got 7 more minutes till 11 a.m. or 11, excuse me, 10:30.
Okay.
And then we're gonna take a quick 10-minute stretch break from there.
EPS. ONMG. UPDT. HSAI. CRIM. ZAP. BRKR. BRKR. SNDR.
Okay, so back at 10 EMA still, 49 cents still the up halt. And right now it's been just consecutive red candlesticks right now. So it looks like there's a potential we're gonna see 31 here in a little bit.
SLGN. ANBS. No. And double. ZAP. FDRR. BRKR. EMC. UP.
Okay, we're starting to crawl back up again. I am actually still playing NCNC right now, so I'm just trying to manage my position. Still have some shares available here right now. I'd like to see one more high of the day towards 40 cents, and then 48 up halt. It's got a nice up halt there. 48 up halt showing on NCNC. 0.31 support. Okay, so as long as we're holding that support, I'd like to see this thing continue to blow up.
No, no. R. R.
Come on, let's go. This candle needs to go, man.
ELPN.
NQ right now is having a little difficulty trying to decide whether or not it's going to actually start closing above this line or if it's going to be, it's facing this line of resistance right now. Obviously, the pink dev line is still support, so buyers came back in. They're trying to push this up again. There's a chance that's going to make another higher high and go towards that line right here in 19,484. But definitely don't want to see this pink dev line crack. Then you gotta see this thing going down a nice short. Okay, NCNC back up to 34. Let's build 34 as our new home now. Because that is March high of this year. So 34 here closes in the next 50 seconds. I will be very happy. And you will be happy too, because if you're in for this lot ride, you will be making good money. Because every cent on this little tiny prize matters. Every cent live matters. 48 uphold still. Coming up to 35. Let's close 34. Next candle. Let's keep bumping up here.
GA. R. BRJR. ANNX. ELPN.
Mm. 49-cent uphold.
INO. NBCR. CRTO. BCAB. JANX. AAOI. SNCY. TNTN. AAP. ILP. ACRS.
Okay, we gotta build this 34 as our new home.
XL.
Okay, NQ is looking good. Just testing this line again. But it's that resistance line again, so watch out. NCNC, what's going on? We're starting to take a dip back down now. So like I said, need to form that support at 34. and making lower highs and potentially now going to be going down to the next line if this 31 cent candle cracks. 31 cent ideally is our area that I like to see bounce one more time for that 11 a.m. rep, but we'll see what happens here, guys. So we're going to take a quick 10-minute stretch break, guys. We'll be back here about 10:40, and then watch out for that last 20 minutes of the 11 a.m. rubber dip time setup. So we'll be right back and take a quick stretch break. All right, guys, I'm back. So we are here 20 minutes till 11 a.m. River Dead time.
MNRO, MNRO, MNRO. Shoot. ALG. NHS 70. Hello. MNRO, MNRO. SLRX. Brian, SCS.
Okay, so we got 28 cent right now on NCNC, and you got the 28 support, and then you're gonna have to look for 31 cent re-break there again. Other than that, I mean, NCNC got a death cross, so it's gonna be a little bit tough. Like I said, 31 cent is the ideal area they need to hold right now. NUZE is trying to crawl back up. You got 643 line again, so you can look for that same line. It's the number one gainer still. So 643 re-break line worth watching.
Yellow. Right. Say. SCS. BHE. BHE. UPBT. Then. FL. BCYG. PGYLX. What? INOD. KNBL. PV. ILPT. Bug. Zero. RQT. BRT. KLG. RTPST.
Okay, so yeah, I think six. Six. That was in the morning, but yeah, I think it'll be good to see and use the E go for it another round here. Same sort of deal again. We got a 6.99 up halt now. Could be the nice 11 a.m. ripper.
Bank, ILPT.
Because we want to see the 643 now forming as support. So still wait for that confirmation though. So these are all setting up that 11 a.m. look. So let's see. Because this one I like more than the others. The reason why is because if you look at the 10 EMA, it's starting to curl up. It's very close to that 50 EMA. So if you want to wait for that golden cross confirmation, you can, or go for some chips small and then wait for the bigger chip to go in when it's confirmed. I'm watching for a golden cross. Starting to get that 10 EMA crawling up, very close to the 50 EMA. You got 50 seconds on this candle.
ATR.
See how right now the bid and ask still kind of wobbly around the 643 here. We need to see a candle on the bid as well, closing above 643. Don't look at the asks. Also look at the spread. All right, the spread is like 5 cents right now. So ask is at 645, the bid's at 640. Relatively speaking, you want to see the bid at 643 and then close. You got 20 seconds now. Moving ask up is good too, but you know, overall looking pretty good. I'd say this got a shot. Got that shot. Also, NCNC has that look for a golden cross too. If this bounces off that 28. Okay, so we got a new candle here. Bids at 643. Ideally, this is where we want to push. We need to see the volume coming in here on NUZE here. Watching for volume to come in.
ATRC.
15 seconds. Let's close above 643 and the next candle pay off to the view app next is what we want to see. 10 seconds. Come on.
SMG, LTRF.
2 seconds. Our bid's back at the 636. Freaking. All right. Back at 643 around this area again. I mean, the ask is still at 647, so let's try again. Just a wick up and then back to the 640. What was that? We gotta stay above 643, man. And CNC also watch for a golden cross. If this doesn't take off on NUZE, NCNC might get that. So the line for NCNC would be 31 up all, 31 cent candle break. You see how right now we got wick into it. We didn't really close above 643 still on NUZE. So just be watching out. It's gonna go back down again. The Hero EMA on this one, like I said, on NUZE, it has it's gonna be 500 EMA. Like it's just technically hasn't really tested the 500 EMA yet. And not only that, I would prefer to wait till you actually see the golden cross on this guy because it could be where the 10 EMA looks like it's gonna cross and then just, you know what I mean? It just deflects the 50 and then still in the death cross mode. So we might have to wait on this one a little bit until we, like I said, wait for the camp confirmation. NCNC now testing 31. This might be a better shot now because 10 EMA is now actually testing the 50 EMA. So this candle could try to cross up, but 31 cent is going to be the big line. And not only that, look at that setup there. It's like lower highs, and that line there would be very nice if we can get that candle break and break out of the downtrend line. So 31 cents is going to be my line again. Once again, just like everything else today with FOMC going on, if you're already going to take one more trade or two, you need to wait for the confirmation.
ATRC.
Okay, NQ looking bearish right now.
SMT. TBIL. AXFL.
It's holding that 14 EMA still, so we'll see.
ABXL. Zero. ATRC. MCBC. USAB. FBMS.
Yeah, it's making lower highs and lower lows, so it's not the best look on NQ.
Bid. FBI. Tax. Dino. AXFF. Pack. Zero. EMR. APLG.
Okay, well, we got about 8 more minutes.
ATRC.
Pretty successful morning. There wasn't anything too hard to read today. It was pretty straightforward. Not many too crazy tricks. As long as you kind of followed along and did your best to get in at the confirmation levels and not be able to chase and FOMO, you should be good today. So 31 cent, another rejection there. As you can see, it was a resistance line that we were looking for to break. So if it doesn't, well, I mean, if you're sticking around until the FOMC results and all that, then be my guest. But I have a little bit of a busy afternoon today, so I'm gonna be probably taking a day or leave.
LTRX. APLG. TBIL. LTRX. Tax. Dino. Dino. Albedo. Dial. Melting. Dial. Darcy, girl. Elsie. ORGS. NRPT. APLT. APLT. SMR. RCWH. LTRS. ALGM. LZB. AXL. Girl. SAI. House. House. ETLO. BMR. BMR.
All right. So I think you guys already know what you can watch here going into the afternoon. The only two plays that I will leave out for now is the NCNC. I think NCNC has a better shot here at the 11 a.m. coming up in 2 minutes. I think NUZE finally is now testing 500 EMA. So there it is. Like I said, it's going to eventually come down to 500 EMA, and there's that 500 EMA again. So other than that, maybe LSH again. If that is able to get back above 354, a little bit of VWAP at 365. Hopefully the VWAP kind of matches back down a little more closer towards the 354 area. I'll mention it. Yeah, LSH also, in case 354 candle bright line. Okay, so with that, I'm gonna go ahead and take the day off now. Take a break line worth watching. All right, great job today, everybody. Have a wonderful Wednesday. Hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and looking forward to having you guys on Thursday morning session. So take care and God bless you all.